Would the authors of resolution number 37 please present their authors' speeches?
Just pause for a second and imagine that you and your family are peacefully having a dinner in your home. Then the news comes on saying another Category 3 hurricane is coming your way. You and your family pack your bags, hoping that this hurricane will not kill your close friends like the last one. Hello. We are citizens from Cuba. Cuba has experienced dramatic problems with hurricanes for the past few decades. As you probably know, hurricanes are very destructive. There are many hurricanes that hit Cuba. In fact, in the past 16 years, 22 hurricanes have impacted Cuba. We now know that hurricanes destroy and devastate millions, yet we don't do much about it. That's why we're here with Operation For Hope, helping others prepare for emergencies. We are asking the UN for $20 million. This is a non-profit organization, so we will not be providing any money. We would like the UN to provide and pay the people with the expertise and training to build and upkeep this establishment. Cuba has been through several deadly hurricanes, including Hurricane Matthew and Hurricane Sandy. Hurricane Matthew killed approximately 276 people. What if just one of those 276 people was in your family? These people were not prepared for the hurricanes. That's why Operation For Hope is here. We want to help prepare the average person in this horrible situation.
Our country, like many others, has been destroyed by hurricanes multiple times in the past. We believe that we can protect our people by constructing buildings for their safety. These buildings will be able to withstand hurricanes and be able to withstand other natural disasters. These buildings will have fresh food, water, paid workers, and a warm place to stay until the problem has been resolved. The shelters will be in Morocco and in Cuba's capital, Havana, which are both cities with high risks of hurricanes. We would also have an alarm system for each country for their natural disasters, warning them ahead of time. Since the food will be stocked and all other supplies, once the food runs out, we are asking the UN to provide the food once it runs out. Our plan for Operation For Hope is to spread it globally in countries with other natural disasters, like Australia, Czech Republic, Dominican Republic, and even Costa Rica. If we put these establishments in high-risk areas, including tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, and earthquake areas, the lives of many people could be saved. We are asking your vote and hope you say yes to helping save hundreds of lives. Thank you for your attention in this matter, and we hope you give us your vote. We want you to know that actions speak louder than words, or as we say, las cosas de más que las palabras.
The chair takes the author's speech as speech in favor, instead of speech in opposition to begin debate. The chair recognizes the delegate from Comoros.
Madam President, Anna Kraus, delegate from Comoros. I'm in opposition to this resolution because if the time between hurricane seasons is only a few weeks, the shelters that you claim to be built must be built extremely quickly. It seems that your estimate of $12 million seems like a low estimate because you have to replenish food, water, and shelter. You also never know exactly how many hurricanes will hit Cuba. You also say that 276 people died from Hurricane Matthew. I agree that this is bad that these people died, but many more people died due to wars and diseases. I feel that the UN should focus on more urgent issues. Also, this doesn't affect any other countries than Cuba. Thank you.
The chair recognizes that as speech in opposition. Is there a speech in favor? The chair recognizes the delegate from the Bahamas.
Madam President, leaders from the country of Bahamas, I'm in favor of this resolution because it can be used in other countries that have problems with harsh storms or flooding. Thank you.
The chair recognizes that as speech in favor. Is there a speech in opposition? The chair recognizes the delegate from the Central African Republic.
Madam President, Hannah Garrett from the Central African Republic. I'm in opposition of this resolution because I feel that the estimate of money is a low estimate, saying you have to provide all those things. And I fail to see proof that these buildings are actually sustainable to the hurricanes, and how that one day a hurricane could come, and then you think it may come 2 or 3 weeks later, and it could come the next day, and people that live far away from the buildings that could protect them could risk their lives trying to get to the buildings instead of at least maybe being in another place. Thank you.
The chair recognizes that as a speech in opposition. Is there a speech in favor? The chair recognizes the delegate from Australia.
Madam President, Aaron Jackson, delegate from the country of Australia. Will the authors yield to a question? How do you plan to move For Hope to other nations besides Cuba? And how do you plan on other nations being able to afford this program?
We are going to be able to spread this around because it's called Operation For Hope, so it can help with the foreign natural disasters. So let's say your country has earthquakes. So we will take it to your country, and the UN will provide supplies, and then we, of course, will take money provided by the countries if the countries are willing to.
The chair recognizes that as a question. There is still a speech in favor in order. The chair recognizes the delegate from Cameroon.
Madam President, Zoe Rosenfeld from the nation of Cameroon. Will the authors yield to a question? What is the size and strength of the buildings? How long will they take to be created? And how many people will be able to use them at one time?
It will only take about a couple of weeks in order to build these buildings, and they are very powerful, and they can have up to hundreds of people in the buildings at one time.
The chair recognizes that as a question. We're still looking for a speech in favor. The chair recognizes the delegate from Cape Verde.
Madam President, Shakam Jersey from Cape Verde, and I'm in favor of this resolution because it helps save lives and it will help other countries.
The chair recognizes that as a speech in favor. Is there a speech in opposition? The chair recognizes the delegate from Costa Rica. Excuse me? Delegate, could you please go to the microphone and repeat it?
Madam President, Solomon Ashcraft, delegate from Costa Rica. I oppose this resolution because it will cost too much money to get the supplies necessary to build these shelters and constantly keep them stocked to monitor demand. I yield the floor to a fellow delegate.
Yes.
Madam President, Zachary Horvath, delegate of Costa Rica. Tsunamis are a fast-occurring disaster that occurs very quickly and without not much notice, so people will not be able to get to the shelters in time.
The chair recognizes that as a speech in opposition. Is there a speech in favor? The chair recognizes the delegate from Burundi.
Madam President, Zola Hofmeister, Delegate of Burundi. We support this resolution because we believe natural disasters are a big problem and providing places for people to reside in while the hurricane is in effect is an efficient solution.
The chair recognizes that as a speech in favor. Is there a speech in opposition to end debate? The chair recognizes the delegate from Albania.
Madam President, McKenna Pfister of Albania. Do you have a plan for if the UN refuses to pay for this? And 15% of your population is currently in poverty, so you have a very poor way of being able to repay this fund. Thank you.
The chair recognizes that as a speech in opposition. Would the office like to present any closing comments?
Hello. We previously told you about the hurricanes destroying many people's lives in Cuba, but we would also like to inform you that this is not just for our country. It is for all our countries. This can help with many different natural disasters, including tornadoes, tsunamis, and earthquakes. We would also like to inform you that we would build different structures for many different disasters. For example, I'm sure many of you are wondering how we could protect others from tornadoes. We would protect and prepare for tornadoes by making an underground shelter for many to stay. They would include food, water, and supplies. We would like to thank you for considering our operation and have a great night.
We will now take a 1-minute caucus to decide your vote.